This is 5 on your side at 6. Focused on you.
We begin tonight with breaking news in Ladue, where there is a very large police presence in one neighborhood. Thanks for joining us. I'm Mike Bush.
And I'm Ann Allred. Officers were called to Ladue Ridge, that's near South McKnight Road, around 4 o'clock this afternoon. Our Robert Townsend is live. Robert, what have you learned?
Hey there, Ann and Mike. Let me tell you, we've been out here for the past hour watching all this, and you can see right now a Ladue police officer standing right back there by his patrol car at the entrance of this subdivision. About 15 minutes ago, he replaced another officer. Now, police are stopping all drivers who pull into this subdivision, verifying that they live here, and then they're allowing the drivers to go to their homes. Right now, police are still keeping a very tight lip on all of this, and they're keeping us back here on Linworth Drive, and they're not letting us go down that street you see back there. Now, about 2 hours ago, the Ladue Police Department received several 911 calls from neighbors who reported seeing 5 men in black ski masks shooting out of a dark gray minivan on Ladue Ridge Road. Now, we've since learned that's a cul-de-sac, and again, at this point, officers are not telling us anything, but we're watching all of this as it unfolds. They haven't told us if anybody was shot. They haven't told us if anybody's home sustained any kind of damage. And at this point, we still don't know if they're actually looking for any suspects. But I can also tell you, just seconds ago before we went on the air, a tow truck driver actually pulled in and went down that street. We're keeping an eye on this. We're live in Ladue. I'm Robert Townsend, 5 on your side.
Tonight, a South St. Louis school is demanding action after learning about plans to build a second marijuana dispensary near the school. Good Day Farm has applied for a permit to build a dispensary near Lift for Life Academy. 5 on your side's Diamond Palmer is live there tonight, and Diamond reports that students have now written a letter to the dispensaries. Diamond.
Mike, that's right. And students and faculty here tell me that it's not that they're against these dispensaries. They just want them further away from the school. Both of them are concerned about the impact this could have on students' future.
Student Christian Noble believes 2 marijuana dispensaries near his school are too many.
We've had suspensions here for weed, so a weed store right across the street, that could cause an unintended consequence.
Noble is the treasurer for the student council at Lift for Life Academy, a predominantly black charter school in South St. Louis. He's a senior who's written a letter along with other students to the owners of 2 dispensaries, government officials, and real estate agents. He says the student council wants them to choose a different location, but he's not the only one. Faculty at the school are also on board with students.
When I found out there was 2, I fell out of my chair. I said, on the same block? Are you kidding me? If you want to have 2 on the same block, do it, but not near a school.
Good Day Farm has applied for a permit to build a dispensary at 1531 South Broadway, 1,056 feet away from the academy. Already, Kind Goods announced plans to build a dispensary at 1631 South Broadway across the street from the school, which would be less than 400 feet away. Missouri state law prohibits any marijuana dispensary to be within 1,000 feet of schools, daycares, and churches. But in 2020, St. Louis opted out of that law and removed any distance requirements. The dispensaries would both be nestled in Soulard.
Well, there's a lot of bars around in Soulard, everyone knows, but those bars also have TV stations that you can watch sporting events. They have food. A lot of the places that sell liquor around here sell toilet bowl deodorant and candy, and a dispensary has one purpose and one purpose only, to sell marijuana.
This could ruin the way parents are trying to parent their kids.
Now, I have reached out to the owners at Good Day Farms for comment, and they have not responded yet. Students here at the charter school say the action will continue tomorrow with a protest at 11:20 a.m. at the address of Kind Goods here in Soulard. Reporting live here in Soulard, Diamond Palmer, 5 on your side.
Tonight, St. Louis Jewish leaders are urging Congresswoman Cori Bush to apologize to their community. They believe her statements on Israel and Gaza are incorrect and accuse her of, quote, fanning the flames of anti-Semitism. Our Justina Coronel joins us in studio with reaction from the Jewish Federation of St. Louis and Cori Bush's response. Justina.
Yeah, and so the organization tells me more than 50 people signed and released a letter today condemning Cori Bush's words on social media. They said some of her statements failed to advance peace. However, the Congresswoman responded to the letter denying the claims. Signs of solidarity sway at the Jewish community campus. Ribbons represent their support for a safe return of hostages taken by Hamas terrorists.
We all wear them. We have them on the trees around our campus.
Beyond the blue bows, St. Louis Jewish organizations are making their stance known. More than 50 Jewish community members signed this letter released to St. Louisans on Wednesday, urging Congresswoman Cori Bush to apologize for her statements on Israel and Gaza, saying they are insensitive, incorrect, and fanning the flames of anti-Semitism.
The elected official who represents the highest concentration of Jews in the state does not seem to be standing up for, listening to, or representing them.
The letter pointed out on October 29th, Bush issued a statement on social media saying we can't be silent about Israel's ethnic cleansing campaign.
When we ourselves were the result of the largest ethnic cleansing in history, and the state that they live in was based on the need for a safe place to live, is not just triggering, it's also just patently untrue.
Cori Bush released a statement in part saying she has repeatedly denounced the horrific attacks and hostage-taking by Hamas and continues to condemn any and all forms of bigotry and hate. It continues saying, while there are characterizations within this letter that are unfair and simply untrue, we recognize that our Jewish neighbors are justifiably feeling frightened.
Words matter. What you say and how you say it has a difference.
Bush said she is committed to continue working with the St. Louis Jewish community. Jewish Federation president and CEO says they're committed to keep pushing for change.
This war, unfortunately, is not going away, and neither is our stand together to get the representative to hear, to listen to us, and to represent the constituency that she was elected by.
The Jewish Federation tells me their frustration has been building over several years. They said certain promises were made privately and weren't followed through publicly. However, they tell me they're hopeful Cori Bush will come to the table to represent their community.
Justina, thanks. Members of Congress are returning to Washington to consider how much aid to send to Israel. Illinois Congresswoman Nikki Budzinski stopped by our studios moments after she toured the Belleville Shoe Company. That local company just scored a $7.8 million contract to make combat boots for American soldiers. With escalating tensions in the Middle East, we asked her if those boots might reach the ground in Israel or the broader Middle East.
Well, we need obviously diplomacy in the world, of course, but what you're seeing, and the president has really made it very clear, is we need to be looking to provide aid to our partners, Israel being top among them, but also, as you know, we've been helping to support the Ukrainian people as they've been fighting back against Putin. We need to continue to provide that aid.
House Speaker Mike Johnson told Senate Republicans any aid for Ukraine would likely be tied to funding for securing the southern border. That's something Budzinski says she and President Biden would support. Our coverage of the Israel-Hamas war continues on KSTK.com. You can get updates sent to your phone anytime. Just text the word Israel to 314-425-5355. A freezing cold Halloween means winter is not far behind.
St. Louis County is already preparing its response. Our newest member, 5 on Your Side's Annie Krall, is live in St. Louis County with new details about training and staffing shortages. Annie, we had the same staffing shortages last year.
Absolutely, and thank you so much for the warm welcome, though the irony is not lost to me that we're talking about snow prep right now. I'm actually standing in front of one of the St. Louis County snowplows. This truck is just one of 115 trucks that's used to clear the roads here in St. Louis County. Another important number to keep in mind, more than 3,000 miles of road has to be plowed here in the county, and as the county executive Sam Page says, that's like trying to go from St. Louis to Las Vegas and back. Department of Transportation and Public Works is still looking for drivers to cover all of that ground. About 50 drivers are still needed to be at full capacity, which is 200 snowplow drivers. Their trucks run in 12-hour shifts. That may sound long for just one shift, but there are actually 2 people for every truck. To help drivers this winter in a timely fashion, the St. Louis County begins with pre-treating the subdivision streets first, then turning to arterial roads or sector roads, since those are the ones with a lot of traffic that people need to get to work, schools, and the grocery store.
A Missouri native, Mark Twain, once famously said, "Everybody talks about the weather, but nobody does anything about it." I beg to differ with Mr. Twain. In St. Louis County, we're going to be working very hard to make sure we keep the streets clear of ice and snow when we see it. And today our training is happening to make sure that we're prepared and we're ready to go to work.
The Department of Transportation and Public Works told me that their trucks are in new condition to match their many new recruits. If you're interested in applying to be a St. Louis County snowplow driver, you can find the information on how to do that on our website at KSTK.com in the As Seen on TV category. Reporting live in St. Louis County, Annie Krall, 5 on your side.
And Annie, we are so happy to have you. Please welcome to St. Louis. We're all just so glad to have you be part of our team. We feel very lucky.
And hopefully that snow won't come
Thanks so
too
much.
soon.
Agreed. Couldn't say it better myself.
Thank you. Also tonight, a property tax freeze for St. Louis County seniors is now law. Coming up, the reason Sam Page did not veto or sign the bill.
Plus, the 911 system getting a major upgrade in St. Charles County to high-tech system designed for cell phones.
One more chilly night, and then we're going to upgrade our temperatures back to almost springtime levels. Yes, getting close to 70 before the weekend's done. We're on your weekend forecast and the changes in just a few minutes.